The tale starts in Los Angeles during the year 2030. A guy was sprinting like a lunatic. He was extremely terrified. The entire town was chasing him to end his life. Even the personal vehicle owners had stepped out to eliminate him. With immense effort, he arrives at a needy lady's home. The lady asks, "What brings you here?" The guy pulls out a blade and warns, "If you make a single sound, I'll remove your eyes and use them as balls for a game. Just stay quiet." After some time, as soon as the lady finds an opportunity, she grabs a staple shooter and finishes him off. And she also strikes him with her foot to verify if he's truly gone or not. Then abruptly, a group of individuals enters carrying arms. When they spot the guy deceased, they feel disappointed that the lady got to him first. Then the lady retrieves a badge from the dead guy and tells her child, "We're about to get wealthy." She shatters the badge. And within moments, the authorities arrive. There's also a TV program crew. And it's declared that the lady has claimed $22 million. Then it's revealed that this is a contest where thousands of folks join. Each day, a random individual is selected to claim the cash. If someone takes out that individual before dusk, then the victor receives the bounty. And if nobody manages to take him out, then the bounty goes to that same individual. But the rule is that nobody can employ a shooting weapon like a handgun or a long gun. On that very day, we encounter a young woman. Her name is Caddy. An unsuccessful performer has arrived in Los Angeles for a tryout. The lady seated beside her comments, "You appear quite naive. Watch out for yourself, dear. Folks are crooks around here." Caddy replies, "Thanks for the tip. You're a really kind woman." The lady grasps her hand and responds, "Don't say that. You're like my own child. All right, I'm exiting here. Farewell." After a bit, when Caddy glances at her arm, she's stunned that the lady has swiped her timepiece. She exclaims she's a female robber. She gets to her digitally reserved lodging. She becomes distressed upon viewing the space, because the space she viewed on her device was entirely unlike this. The lodging's proprietor explains, "We post alternate images to snag the client." As soon as Caddy settles on the mattress collapses. But she had no choice since the fee for this space was low. Following that, her partner arrives and informs her, "Check out tomorrow's happening. Tomorrow's draw reward will be $600 million. Upon hearing this, Caddy is amazed at what sort of challenge this is. After that, she tells him, "Stop bothering me. Hand over the key to the space. I need rest." He provides the key and Caddy heads to rest. The following morning when Caddy rises, there's liquid falling on her face. When she examines the ceiling, she discovers that the resident above has a bathroom. And the outfit she planned for the tryout is also ruined. She contacts her partner. "What rubbish is this? When I awaken, folks are relieving themselves over me. The attire is wrecked too." Her partner responds, "No worries. Use my attire. It's stored in the room's cabinet." Caddy indeed follows suit and departs for the tryout. Now just 30 minutes remain for the tryout. As soon as she steps into the tryout venue, she notices that additional females have arrived for tryouts. She proceeds inside and enacts the part. The filmmaker observes her and states, "Excellent, but avoid returning here." Simultaneously, Caddy's badge activates. She removes the badge and unintentionally enrolls in the contest. She has no idea what this badge serves or why she captured her face. Later she emerges furious because she flopped in the tryout. When she's departing, the females nearby discover that she's the mark. And then what? The initial female lifts the seat and smashes it straight on her companion's skull. The next female spots a footwear. She seizes it right away and strikes with it. Caddy yells and flees. But the actual issue arises when she steps into a martial arts practice area to conceal herself. Now it's clear that all the martial arts trainees battle and pile on her. And she's the sole one enduring the assault. The leader declares, "I'll be the one to strike her." Then he lifts her, spins her, and slams her against the barrier so she tumbles into the female's fitness center. As soon as everybody realizes she's the victor, everybody charges at her. The martial arts folks arrive too, and everybody's competing over who will strike her. Ultimately, the instructor seizes her by the throat and declares, I'll be the one to strike her. And as soon as he begins the assault, Noel appears and strikes the instructor's arm and hurls him against the barrier. Then he tells the young woman, "Don't worry, I'm a protector, and if you offer me 10% of the award, then I'll guard you." She replied, "Fine, brother, I'll hand over the entire award too. Just protect me." Noel fastens her to his side with a strap so he can defend her. Then he defeats all the opponents. Then a frail lad approaches and Noel tells him, "See, if I strike you, I'll pity you. I'll count to 3. If you don't flee, then you're finished." The lad said, "Sir, I respect you," and dashes off. Then they both exit the structure. And it's disclosed that every quarter hour a flying camera is monitoring her so that the other participants obtain her position. They acquire a vehicle. They grab it and escape from there. The young woman tells Noel, "What type of contest is this where folks are pursuing to eliminate me? I must exit this contest. Discover some way." Noel responds, "There's just one way. You must shield yourself from the townsfolks. If you depart, then I'll lose my 10% too." But then she suspects that Noel could eliminate her and claim the bounty himself. The whole town is pursuing her. They both don protective headgear. Then abruptly a female enters the vehicle. She draws a blade and attempts to end her. Noel says, "You steer the vehicle. I'll handle her." Then he clutches the female's head firmly. Noel strikes her with his foot and ejects her from the vehicle. But the vehicle fails and the young woman dismounts and begins sprinting. Noel captures her. She demands, "Reveal the truth. You plan to eliminate me and seize the bounty, correct?" Noel replies, "Absolutely not. I aim to protect you." Then the authorities arrive there. The young woman promptly informs Noel. She needs to mention something. Then she approaches the authorities to report. But then she comprehends that the authorities have truly come to eliminate her. Noel arrives instantly and rescues her. And she tricks the authorities and escapes. She conceals her face. Then as soon as she views the badge, it's evident that the flying camera has broadcast her position. And all the folks nearby realize that she's the participant. Everybody draws their weapons and begins searching for her. She conceals in a statue gallery and luckily nobody spots her there. A short while later her partner phones her and inquires where she is. She responds, "I know I was delayed. I had no option." Her partner says, "It's fine, love. Just share your position." She replies, "I'm at the gallery currently. Just don't inform anyone." And not even a minute elapses before her partner and another arrive. Her partner attempts to eliminate her. The young woman counters with a rod to defend herself. She preserves her life from both. And then behind them the gallery's entrance shuts. Folks spot her. They dismount the vehicle right away to eliminate her. But Noel gets there and whisks her away. Caddy says, "Don't get mad at me. I believed you'd eliminate me." Noel responds, "This isn't the moment. The flying camera will provide the position again. Everybody will arrive." Caddy says, "We require an explosion-resistant hideout where we can conceal." Noel responds, "Located 1. They head to a man called Jack who possesses a hidden bunker in his residence. But Jack assumes they are robbers and have arrived to steal the place. Noel clarifies to him, "Do robbers enter via the entrance?" Meanwhile, a vehicle arrives from the rear packed with folks. When time is limited, they intimidate Jack and enter. They request the bunker's code. And as soon as they enter, folks assault the residents. So Caddy fires at Jack, so he loses consciousness and doesn't reveal the code to anyone. Now Noel and Caddy begin conversing with each other. Caddy shares her tale of unsuccessful performing and says, "I lack a future now." Then she inquires Noel, "Why are you assisting me?" Noel responds, "Protecting folks is the top priority for me. Cash holds no value." Meanwhile, her partner and the other also get there. Her partner lifts Jack and begins striking him so he regains consciousness. Then she tosses him into the water area. He awakens and her partner extracts the code from him. Noel and Caddy become frightened inside. Noel contacts a buddy and instructs him to infiltrate their devices and detonate them. The buddy infiltrates the devices and explodes them. Everybody gets hurt. Observing this, Noel and Caddy depart. But Noel notices that a man is on fire. He splashes liquid and attempts to extinguish the flames with his feet. The man says, "Dude, careful, you fractured my limb." As soon as they emerge, they encounter a vehicle and security personnel. The personnel say, "Caddy, accompany us or we'll transport your lifeless form." Caddy responds, "All right, but my protector will join too." The personnel proceed there and they all board the vehicle. Caddy is puzzled about their destination. The vehicle transports them to an organization base where they encounter Luis, the organization chief. Luis says, "I'm astonished you're still breathing. Most folks perish in 15 minutes, but you're secure. Your protection is my duty, but I demand 30%. Caddy consents, and they all proceed to the health examination center to treat their injuries. Meanwhile, Caddy shares her tale with Noelle. She says, "My father abandoned me. My mother is ill. Since then I handle everything to gather funds for her. I arrived here for the tryout, but I flopped." Noelle says, "I was a fighter once and Luis was in my group. I declined a task and the group perished. Luis lived and he despises me." A female approaches Caddy and says, "Luis will escort you to a secure spot so you can triumph. Just place your face on this gadget." This gadget was to create a unique disguise so nobody could identify her. And it truly formed a disguise. An elderly man's disguise. But Noelle was sensing odd. He said, "I believe Luis plans to eliminate you solo so he can triumph alone." But Caddy didn't trust him. Luis enters and escorts both to the parking area. There, Luis says Caddy in one vehicle and Noelle in another. Here, Caddy suspects Luis will deceive her. She strikes him down with her foot. Abruptly, folks enter to eliminate her. But fortunately, nobody identifies her. So Caddy seizes Luis's vehicle and departs. But Luis captures Noelle and assaults him so severely that he shatters his bones. When Caddy flees, Luis phones her and threatens to eliminate Noelle. Caddy asks, "What do you desire now?" He responds, "Come to the performance hall." At that moment, only 16 minutes remained. But Caddy chooses to rescue Noelle because he protected her. She also grabbed a handgun with her. When she arrives there, she sees that Noelle is bound. Caddy says, "If you don't release him, I'll end myself and you'll lose out." He says, "It's simple. I'll end you myself." Caddy says, "Brilliant plan, but I'm surviving and the entire globe is observing." He says, "Fine, calm down and hand me the handgun." Caddy says, "Fine, but first release Noelle and allow him to depart." And as soon as she began, he says, "Halt, halt, I'm releasing him. Take the key," and then says, "Now hand me the handgun." Caddy says, "I was certain you had compassion in you. Take the handgun." But suddenly she strikes him forcefully. But folks enter and encircle Caddy before Noelle liberates himself and begins battling with Luis so that he can eliminate Caddy. Now, only 4 minutes remained. At this point, another crew enters and Caddy finds herself in major danger. She flees from the performance hall so she can be secure elsewhere, but folks pursue her. Noelle strikes Luis forcefully. Then he destroys the performance hall setup so nobody can pursue her. But Luis's crew pursues her. Luis reaches her and embraces her and says, "Your end will be by my hands." But Caddy slides and dangles from a metal bar. Caddy removes the explosive device's trigger from her key. She drops down and the explosive detonates. Luis perishes and the challenge concludes. When she dangles, the folks rescue her because she has triumphed. After this, a person arrives and presents her the award. The fortunate young woman claimed the largest award of $3,600,000,000. Days go by and she launches major businesses. She creates refuges for the needy.